On Friday, Old Joe's caretaker Jen Psaki, Pennywise the Clown, openly admitted that the White House is telling Facebook which posts they want them to censor.
First, we are in regular touch with these social media platforms, and those engagements typically happen through members of our senior staff, but also members of our COVID-19 team. Given, as Dr. Murthy conveyed, this is a big issue of misinformation, specifically on the pandemic. In terms of actions, Alex, that we have taken, or we're working to take, I should say, from the federal government, we've increased disinformation research and tracking within the Surgeon General's office. We're flagging problematic posts for Facebook that spread disinformation.
She went on to say that the government has compiled a list of 12 individuals that they claim are responsible for spreading the majority of, quote, misinformation about the coronavirus, the pandemic, and vaccines. And you may recall that a whistleblower revealed to Project Veritas not that long ago that Facebook has algorithms in place to automatically censor or shadow ban posts that are actually true, that are factually accurate, but that encourage, quote, vaccine hesitancy. You know, posts about the possible side effects or individuals who have suffered from side effects, as rare as they may be, but Facebook considers that to be spreading factual information that causes people to hesitate to get the vaccine, so they're dumping those posts down the memory hole. It wasn't that long ago that Facebook and the other big platforms considered any post about the virus leaking from the Wuhan lab to be misinformation and a violation of their terms of service, and would take those posts down. And speaking of misinformation, let's not forget that early last year, Dr. Fauci said that wearing a mask is basically useless. The Surgeon General said, don't wear a mask, along with others, including Congressman Eric Fartwell.
When you're in the middle of an outbreak, wearing a mask might make people feel a little bit better, and it might even block a droplet, but it's not providing the perfect protection that people think that it is. And often there are unintended consequences. People keep fiddling with the mask and they keep touching their face.
So it's no wonder so many people are hesitant to take the vaccine, with so much flip-flopping and information that was once censored and considered to be an atrocious violation of the terms of service now being considered a plausible, reasonable possibility for the origins of the virus itself. Old Joe says that because Facebook hasn't banned enough people or enough topics that they're, quote, killing people.
On COVID misinformation, what's your message to platforms like Facebook?
They're killing people. I mean, look, the only pandemic we have is among the unvaccinated. And they're killing people.
Facebook has censored so much content about the coronavirus and the pandemic over the last 16 months that they actually were taking down statistics of the mortality rates taken directly from the CDC's website, because when people looked at the numbers, well, it didn't seem like it was that apocalyptic.
Well, throughout the whole pandemic, social media websites have been cracking down on what they are calling false information. And in fact, this week, KUSI was flagged on Instagram after fact checkers claimed that the information we posted was false, even though that information came directly from the CDC.
And now they're even fact-checking memes about high gas prices, like this one, which reads, "Man, I haven't seen gas prices this high since the last Democrat was in office." By the way, this is not a joke. Like, they literally did black this out, put a false label over the top of it, and linked to a fact check which claims that the gas prices are high because of high demand, not because of Joe Biden's policies. And I'm sorry that I have to keep saying that this is not a joke when I'm reporting things that literally aren't jokes, but if I didn't, many people would think, understandably so, that I was joking and that it was satire, because most people would think that Facebook would never declare that a meme about high gas prices would be false, but they are. Just like they claim that this picture of Congressman John Lewis's funeral that I posted, pointing out that they weren't social distancing, that was false according to Facebook, because what are you going to believe, Facebook or your lying eyes? Facebook says that they were social distancing. But the White House doesn't just want people banned from Facebook if they violate the supposed policies. They want them banned from every social media platform.
You shouldn't be banned from one platform and not others for providing misinformation out there.
And I'm sure that it's going to get to the point soon where if you're posting on one of the free speech platforms like Gab, Parler, Telegram, etc., things that would violate Facebook and the Orwellian Marxist controlled platforms policies, that then they'll close your accounts on those mainstream platforms for things that you're posting on the alternative ones. And I was just told by a very good source that I'm on a list that the White House is working on of social media personalities who some of the people who were arrested at the mostly peaceful protest at the Capitol on January 6th are following. I was told in the next few months they're going to release a report showing a matrix of all the connections between those who were arrested and the social media personalities not affiliated with any mainstream network online. Just like that alternative influence report which came out, like 3 years ago now, that some liberal think tank put together and mapped all of the connections between a bunch of YouTubers who have collaborated or interviewed each other on their channels. And as you know, Trump started doing rallies again about 3 weeks ago, which were live streamed by, of course, the usual channels, Right Side Broadcasting, which streams all of the events, and some other local affiliates, some kind of brand name affiliates, your local ABC or NBC channel. And of course, YouTube took all of those down. This time, it wasn't just Right Side Broadcasting that got the video taken down and got a strike on their page like they did after they streamed his speech at CPAC, while other local affiliates went untouched. This time, the local channels which streamed it also had the videos taken down as well. And now there's a growing movement among Amazon employees and other LGBT extremists to ban this book, the title of which, particularly the subtitle, I probably shouldn't read because YouTube will probably consider that to be a violation of the terms of service. But the writing has been on the wall for some time. The Marxists had been clamoring for this book to be banned. And now Amazon employees are resigning in protest. I did buy a copy about a month ago anticipating that it probably would get banned, and I have a feeling that someday soon, this will be a collector's item. My books probably will too, especially since the city of Hollywood already got Amazon to ban the original cover of my newest book, Hollywood Propaganda, How TV, Movies, and Music Shape Our Culture, because they claim that the font on the cover was a violation of the Hollywood Signs trademark, which the city holds. I had to change the cover, but thankfully the book did get reinstated, relisted on Amazon, and is currently available. So head on over there to order it in paperback while you can, or download the ebook onto your tablet from any of the major ebook stores. And of course, I put a link to the listing down in the description below, so click it and head on over there and check it out.